Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we have the M240i back in our workshop for some more modification. We have already done the Venturi intake, downpipe, light module, and today the car is in for an M performance brake upgrade. So with the M performance brake upgrade, I'll walk to the car and show you. With the M performance brake upgrade, these calipers over there will be bigger compared to what this is on the car right now. The brake disc will be bigger and they will be slotted and half drilled. And that is of course a nice upgrade if you want to drive your car partially on the track but also on the street. So it's a nice upgrade if you still daily drive your car but also want some more performance. And of course it also looks a lot better if you upgrade the discs or have to replace the disc. If you have to replace the disc anyway, the disc itself for the M240i or the M340i with the M Sport brakes are not cheap. The difference between the M Performance brake kit, complete brake kit, and the full replacement of the brake calipers, the brake pads and the brake disc is not too big. So it was a nice upgrade for this car. That's what we're gonna do today on this car. We also have some new brake lines incoming from Endless. We will also replace the brake fluid. So here we go, we have all the parts laid out on the table. We'll walk you through the upgrades that are included in this kit. So included in this kit is 4 brake calipers. This one is much larger than the one on the car over there. So do the comparison in a minute. New brake pads all around, new parking brake motors, new brake disc for the front and new brake disc for the rear. So this brake disc is 375 millimeters, 374, and this one is 345. The front on this car is approximately 345, 348. So this one is a lot bigger on the front. Caliper also. I'll show you the caliper. Pick one up. Let's check out the size difference. Same goes to the brake discs, of course, a lot bigger for the new ones, and yeah, can't wait to see how it looks. The kit also includes new sensors, wear sensors, and of course new guard plates that goes behind the brake discs. So here we go, the big brake kit has already been installed. Much bigger disc, already looks a lot better. And if we walk to the back, the rear brakes are also installed. So it's not a fully drilled, it's half drilled brake disc, and of course also slotted, making it look really nice. Yeah. So here we go, we have installed the performance brakes. As you can see, they fill the wheels really nicely. Look incredible on the car. We have also recoated the car to accommodate the M performance brakes. And that means that the car has now been recoated. We can now take it for a test drive and see how it works. What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are back with the G42 M240i from our loyal customer Edwin, and today in for another mod, Akrapovic rear muffler slip-on exhaust which is there right over there on the floor, and some carbon bits for the interior, and a original genuine BMW Alcantara and performance steering wheel. So we have done quite a lot on this car already, like the Venturi intake, performance brakes, but today we are in for a new exhaust and the carbon bits. So yeah, we are going to get started. Interior has already been done, and once the exhaust is also installed, we of course do some video clips from the outside and from the inside. So here we have the Akrapovic exhaust. We'll explain a little bit about how the Akrapovic exhaust works. So it's a slip-on type exhaust, so this connects to the original mid-pipe. So this is a OPF back exhaust. Car already has the 200 cell downpipe installed from DCE Parts with the light module to get rid of the check engine lights. So because we are not deleting the OPF, we do not need any extra sensor or modules to delete the OPF errors. This is a plug-and-play install. We do have the valve controller from Akrapovic installed as well, which will be done in a minute, and that allows the customer to control the valves on this car as well. So as you can see, it's a really big back box here with the valves closed, one on the right side, one on the left side. With the valves closed, everything will go through the big rear muffler here. It has a little bit of a resonator on these sides as well. And if you open the valves, turn it around, showcase you how that looks like. There's like a small cone in the exhaust tip that bounces back some of the exhaust sounds back to the front of the car. So a small feature over here which you cannot find elsewhere. Lovely how Akrapovic has thought about that. Because this reuses the original valves, you have to add another valve onto the exhaust, which we will do. So with the cables that Akrapovic supplies, we can then let the exhaust work with two valves. So we got the extra cable harness over here, which allows us to connect the new valve to the original cable harness from the car, which allows us to reuse the valves. On the inside of the car, we are now currently working on the carbon trims. So it's a stick-on. Of course, it does look a little bit different compared to the original ones, but it's of course also a lot more cost efficient to get the same look. We've also installed the original BMW M Performance steering wheel. Just a side note, it does have the heated steering wheel option still available here, but the steering wheel does not have heated steering. So you will give up the heated steering, but you'll get the nice Alcantara look with the red 12 o'clock center mark. M1, M2 buttons we are now working on to get it working with the sport and comfort settings, and we installed a carbon trim to make it look like the M3 steering wheel. Yeah, so the inside of the car is getting along nicely. Lovely combination with the interior color as well. And here you can see the big brakes that we installed from the M Performance line, 374 millimeters. So it's a lot bigger than the original ones. Lovely, lovely spec of car. There we go. Exhaust has been installed, so it's underneath the car. We still have to do the exhaust tips, which go on the car, of course. Valve controller, the sound kit from Akrapovic has also been installed. It's a system that works on the CAN signal, so it's all behind the interior trimming lining over there. So we are now closing this and then put on the exhaust tips, and we are good to go. Do a test drive, see how it sounds, and of course some sounds from the outside. So of course, like we said, in the interior I've also worked on the M1 and M2 buttons, so we showcase you how that works as well. So here we go, we are inside the BMW M240i. The steering wheel, oh, this looks so nice. Feels really solid. OEM steering wheel, so it's not a replica or something. It's original BMW, and we have installed the original airbag. This is a sticker the customer brought. This is of course not original BMW, and these are also look-alike trims. This is a full replacement trims. Just a tip from us, if you ever want to change the carbon trims on your steering wheel, do not install the ones that you stick on to the steering wheel, because those will jam the airbag. So this is a replacement trim, which means you have to replace the whole trim, including the plastics over here. You take it out and then install it onto the steering wheel, which means the airbag and the horn will keep working. We have the M1 and M2 buttons over here. These are remote controlled to the buttons over here. So if you push on the M1 button, it goes into sport, and if you push it once more, it will go through the sport menu. See? So it will go to sport, sport individual, sport plus, and if you push this button, it will go back to comfort. So they are of course not working like the ones in the BMW M2 or M3, but they at least give you the opportunity to change the driving modes on the steering wheel. So yeah, overall super happy with how the interior looks like. Looks super high quality. Despite these being stick-on carbon trims, they do look really nice. They are made from super thin carbon fiber. Also have the corner over here. Here is the P3 gauge, which shows you the engine temperature and other important information from the ECU. Of course, this is the carbon trim that we just installed, and that looks really nicely with the steering wheel combined, of course. So this is with the engine off, but even then the sport modes keep working. This is comfort, and this only starts working when you drive around. There we go. This is the Akrapovic exhaust from the bottom of the car. This is where you can see the copy of the original valve. So this side is the original one, and then with a cable harness you will split the cable into two, and here you have the second valve. If you open it, everything goes through the outer pipes. Here you can see it as well. And if you close it, of course, everything will go through the center muffler right over there. Yeah, let's start up the car and see how it sounds. There we go. Welcome on board the BMW M240i with all the new interior mods and of course the Akrapovic exhaust installed. Such a lovely sound. We of course heard it from the outside already, and it's a totally different exhaust sound experience for the M240i. So you would say, oh, but an exhaust is of course just another exhaust. But it's totally not the case. We are super surprised about the deep tones that the exhaust manages to transfer into the environment with the valves open. The car sounds so much deeper now, and it's actually a lot deeper than most of the cars that we have seen so far, most of the exhausts that we've seen so far. So I'm actually really surprised by how the car sounds with the downpipe. We've already heard the Akrapovic exhaust with the original downpipes. The difference with the original downpipe was not that super big, but of course it was present. But together with the 200 cell downpipe on this car, the car now really truly comes to life. Well, yeah, we've installed the M1, M2 buttons. We are now in Sport Plus mode, and we put it into manual. Car sounds really throaty. A lovely sound profile. Very happy with how the car now reacts to the how the car sounds on throttle. Really nice. Car already has the M performance brake installed by us previously, so that's of course also a really nice upgrade. Happy about that as well. But yeah, really lovely exhaust setup like this. OPFs are still stock, so you do not have to touch the OPS.
in order to create this sound that of course helps with preventing the car from getting into a limp mode. So that is not the case right now. The car runs a light module. Maybe in the future we will unlock the ECU after the warranty runs out, and then we'll start tuning the car as well. But right now the car is running the light cam milliliter, 200 cell downpipe, stock OPF, and then the Akrapovic exhaust. We have installed a valve controller here, so it's stuck on the roof here, so it's easily reachable. Really lovely. And if we turn it off, it will turn into a different color. Put it now back into comfort mode and drive, and car sounds like original. Listen to that. Really lovely sound. It's nothing too much. Incredible how Akrapovic manages to do this time after time. Put it back into sport. Oh, such a lovely car, man. This size of car is actually really lovely to drive. It's not too big. It's still a phenomenal sport car, but it is also great for daily driving. And of course, how the customer has modified this car already. Really lovely choices. It has to be, of course, tasteful. It doesn't need to be too much. So we, in terms of styling, actually, it's not too much. It has a small spoiler lip, and that's about it. Other than the lowering and the bigger brakes, which also, of course, helps with styling. There's nothing much changed, but the car still looks and sounds so much different compared to the stock car. Customer also uses the car on track, so those are the mods that you want, of course. Pass through a tunnel. Oh! We see so many cars every time, of course. We get to drive a lot of lovely cars because of our job, because of the work that we do. But every time we get into one of the B58 engines, it always manages to put a smile on my face. Here is a highway ramp. Jeez! What a lovely car. So we're back in comfort mode. Car is really silent on the highway. It's like original actually. So really lovely car to drive, daily drive. And if you want, of course, you can open up the valves. You can even do it in comfort mode. So the Akrapovic valve controller is actually meant to do that. So even in comfort mode, we can fully open the valves. So you hear the deep notes now come to life. But it is also used for sport mode, because the valve control from the ECU does not open the valve 100% when you drive around. So even when you put it in Sport Plus mode, BMW does not allow the valves to be 100% open unless you do it by software tweaks or install a valve controller like the one from Akrapovic, but we also have other alternatives, of course. So that's something to keep in mind. When you want the full experience, you also need the valve controller to make sure that the car sounds like it should. Because even when you just install the Akrapovic exhaust, the car will still close the exhaust valves when it's not on throttle. And that is of course not the experience that we want. So props to the customer that he chose for the sound kit as well, because that definitely adds to the experience. So we are now back into sport mode. Take the exit here. Venturi also adds to the experience, so those are the things that you want in a performance car. Performance mods that add to the driving experience. And now we need to open up the windows. Windows are open, tunnel run. Oh, such a lovely car. It's so usable as well due to the X-Drive system. I would say another successful mod. What a car. So another good thing about these exhausts is of course that the exhaust has EC approval. So it's approved for Belgian or German road use, and that is of course also a really lovely feature to have. If you want an Akrapovic exhaust for your car, of course, hit us up. We can supply and install it for you in a workshop. You can always send us a message and ask us about the possibilities for your car. With that, you'll be sure that you get the right exhaust for your car. Really lovely sound. And honestly, I do not even think that you need the OPF delete unless you go for performance. It really sounds lovely like this. We can make a titanium OPF delete for the Akrapovic exhaust, so you can get a full titanium exhaust for that, because Akrapovic does not have that product anymore. Of course, it's only for off-road use only, so you cannot use it on the road because of the OPF deletes. It's illegal, but we can do it. Yep. There we go, back into the workshop. Such a lovely car. Exhaust sounds really nicely, and of course interior trims and the steering wheel, those add to the driving experience as well. I want to thank you guys for watching, like and subscribe, and see you on the next video.